Hey, it's David Beckham again, BreezeFlippers, back in my shipping room. I have some orders to ship this morning. It's Wednesday before Thanksgiving, so I thought, well, I'll shoot some video and show you what goes on when we have to pull orders. And then I've got an interesting order I want to kind of talk about. But first of all, we're going to go out in the garage and I got to pull two orders out of the bins. And so you get to see what kind of fun this is, actually, when pulling orders out here. So I'd give you the full tour. If you want to see how things are done part-time, this is it. Sometimes you have to do what you got to do. So I'm going to set that down here. I got to find it. I know that's not good. That is not good. All right, after that little disaster, I'm gonna pick up where I left off, and I'm really absolutely hoping that the sound will be okay, because my mic stand, or the stand, fell over. The camera hit the ground, which the camera's fine, it's a GoPro, but the microphone piece that was connected to it, it's no longer with us. So gives a moment of silence for my $100 mic. Anyway, so I'll have to order a new one so I can do that. But all right, so anyway, I'm going to show you what it's like when I have to pull orders, and so we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm gonna pull this one out, and then we'll kind of show you how it looks. This is like everything is in the bin, and I know I have to find something very small. So yeah, there's some advantages and disadvantages to having a bin, but the advantage is everything's in one place. A disadvantage like this is when you have a bunch of little toys like this, it can be a bit of a trial to find the exact one that you're looking for. And these little things that we have that's in here is very small. So I see them. All right. Anyway, it's a doll train set. It's for like a doll house, but it's really just kind of rubber trains. So sold that. I don't know what I got for it, but we'll go in there and look at it once we go to the shipping room. All right, and then the next thing we have, I believe, it's a cup, and it says MB8. And of course, MB8 would be all the way at the very bottom. So yeah, so this is some of the struggles you have. I don't know, it's not 9, but and it's also hard sometimes to know if you have everything. As we've moved stuff around a few times, and we've re-inventoried as many times as I can think of. So I always get a little concerned that maybe I moved it to the wrong bin. But these are the things you go through when you have a business. So and you're trying to do stuff. But I do actually want to talk about one situation that we have today, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to do, to be honest with you. That is not it. 1122 says MB8. So I gotta find it. 1122. It does have a straw. Okay. So anyway, this is a mug, Starbucks mug. So that'll be fun to ship with the straw. So I did have somebody order a camera yesterday morning. The camera, I had it listed as a Nikon L340 because I scanned the box, and when you're in a hurry, you don't pay attention, these things happen, and they don't usually happen to me, but this one did. I scanned the box, it came up with an L340, but it's actually an L8 or L840 camera. So it's the wrong one was listed. The person that bought it, I think, knew this, and I'm fully expecting to get a note back that says I want a partial refund or something, because like, looking at their feedback, I've seen some kind of things that make me concerned. So I'm like, so I've messaged them last night. I messaged them 3 times yesterday and 1 time this morning, and basically said, look, if you don't get back with me, I'm gonna cancel the order. And I don't, listen, I don't cancel orders ever. It's just not something I like to do because I mean, I have pretty good reputation going, so I didn't really want to do that. So we'll have to kind of see what they say. I have the camera boxed up already, but I'll go ahead and just show you on the screen. You can kind of see that, yeah, of course you can't really see because there's a light above it. But anyway, that's the camera, but it's in a box. I've already got it ready to go, but I haven't heard from them yet, so probably not going to ship it out, which again, like I said, it bothers me to do that, but you know, I'm at the same time, if you suspect that somebody's trying to get one over on you, you know, I mean, we've been doing this long enough now that I know pretty much all the scams. So, but let's talk about a few things that did sell. I sold this Transformers Switch game, Battlegrounds. I got $15.29 for it, $4.99 shipping. I just headed out today. Then I was at a garage sale about 2 weeks ago, and I saw this Pink Floyd Live at Pompeii DVD. I just kind of looked it up just randomly because I don't usually look up, you know, too many DVDs. But anytime I find something that's kind of unique, like especially like a concert one, or you know, there's something that just doesn't seem like normal, I looked it up. Had pretty good comps on it. Actually sold that for $13.99 plus $4.99 shipping. That'll be going out today. And then I just talked about this. Of course, now I can't find the sheet, but it's here somewhere. Hold on. Is that it? No, that's not it. Well, I had the sheet. Well, we'll just pull it up and look at it, so I'll have to find the sheet for it. But I did sell this little train set that's called the Dollhouse Miniature Train Set. And they're, you know, when you take it out, put it all together, it's about 20 inches long. They're all kind of plastic. That sold for $8.99 plus I think I got $5.99 shipping. So, and then we'll have to kind of check it before we send it anyway. So I always unwrap them. We try to keep our mugs wrapped up. But we did sell a Starbucks Christmas holiday green point set of mug. I'm gonna have to take it out here and look at it to make sure it's the right one. It is a metal tumbler, it says. Yep, that's the one. That's pretty. So anyway, that's going out. It's got a couple little issues on it, but it is a Starbucks, so they do get popular. So we'll wrap that up a little bit better and get that shipped out. And then last but not least, oh, there's the train one. I knew I'd find it. I'm not that disorganized. So the last one I sold is a comic. This is Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos number 7, 1964 comic. It's in okay shape. Definitely probably not something you would get graded, but for somebody that does collect them, it does fill out. It's got some chipping around the edges and definitely a lot of color breaks. And it's, but you know, it is a vintage comic and it is a Stan Lee and who was that? Man, Jack Kirby, I believe. Yep, Stan Lee and Jack Kirby were the ones that Stan Lee wrote it and Jack Kirby did the art. So anyway, cool. It's always nice to sell a comic. It's kind of exciting because I love selling the comics. I love buying the comics, and you know, I like reading them too. So, but this one went for $31.49. It had a 10% off on special, and I got $5.99 shipping. So that one's going to take a few more minutes to ship out. We ship all of our comics in Gemini mailers, so we also ship out any graded comics in Gemini mailers. So I've got some that are, you know, I haven't had any, no, knock on wood, haven't had any problems with the Gemini mailers. Typically always send them out in the mailer, and then we put them in a inside of a actual padded envelope as well. So I'm going to start to do some shipping here. You know, I could leave the video on and talk to you while I do some shipping, which is always kind of fun, but that can get also boring. So I may come back and talk a few minutes after we get it all shipped. I don't know if I really want to have everybody critiquing my shipping. So, because I probably do more than the average person does on shipping, so on some stuff, because I don't like to have issues. So again, you know, like shipping out games and stuff, I always take one extra step. Even though I use an envelope for most of my games, I actually build the cardboard around them, because I always work that into the price to make sure. It's like I'll take a piece of cardboard and then I'll wrap it, so that way I'll tape it. And I do the same thing when I do like bigger game lots. So if I had like, you know, 4 games, if it's over 5 games, they go in a box. But up to 4 games, I'll do the same thing. I'll build a little case for it. So just put it in a regular 9x7 envelope. Fold that up. And then we'll put in a thank you card. Generally the process is pretty quick. Haven't really ever done it on video before, so that probably will take a lot longer. And I sure hope the sound is good on this, because I can't believe that I broke a mic this morning. This is something I learned too. I don't know. I had some issues with some of these eBay mailers opening up, and the sides split out and stuff. So after that happened, and you know, I've seen it kind of go, I thought, well, I'm going to start taping them. So I do tape some of them, especially if they're bigger items that could force out the side. I do throw a piece of tape on there just to kind of seal it and seal the edge. Let's see what that goes for. I do use pirate ship for pretty much everything, but I have noticed recently that that eBay can be cheaper on some bigger items. So I have gone back to eBay on some bigger items and tried to look to see what the shipping price might be. I think that's because eBay gets a better discount on Christmas time, because UPS is charging the extra rates that they do. So they do charge quite a few extra things. If you look at the numbers, especially on pirate ship, you'll see that it looks like it's quite a bit. So I think that's kind of what happens, is that eBay may get maybe a deal on those, so they don't have to pay those extra fees. So that's probably why they're cheaper. But I am also going to say this, that the past 2 weeks I've had more problems with UPS than USPS. So I have just a plush in a small box out there right now floating around. It was supposed to go to North Carolina, ended up in New Jersey. Took a tour of New Jersey, then it has made its way down to North Carolina. They say it's supposed to be delivered finally on Friday, but this poor lady has been waiting for this little plush. It's Taggies, and I don't know, you know, I'm hoping that she's not going to be upset about it. So because I mean, she has been nice so far and understanding, but you know, people only have so much leeway that they can give you. So, and it's not our fault. I mean, obviously we don't control the shipping, so we do our best to get it out. And like I said, I ship every day, and it's rare that we don't. I used to ship on Saturdays, but I've quit doing that because one, now that I want to shoot video on a Sunday, I kind of like to be able to have something to talk about. So if I ship everything on Saturday, because we generally will get a lot of sales on Friday night and on Saturday, and Sunday over the day. So, and you know, it's nice at Christmas. I probably will go back to shipping Saturday again, just right around that time as it starts to get close to that 0 hour. I think December 18th is the cutoff date for ground. So, and honestly, if you're waiting to that last day to do that anyway, it's probably not going to get there. We've had way too much experience with that, saying, oh, we hope it's there by Christmas, but it just doesn't make it. You might be looking to and wondering what I'm putting on the back of these. I do have some stickers that I make. Just says thank you for your purchase. I mean, it really does say something. I mean, it just like says, if you have concerns with your purchase, please give us a chance to make it right before you leave feedback. That's really nothing. I mean, some people don't do that. I don't beg for feedback. I don't care if they send me feedback or not, but I would, you know, hopefully somebody would say something. I also put a QR code that says thank you, and I don't know why that's on there, to be honest with you. In the back of my head, I think maybe some postal person or somebody's going to see that there and go, oh, let's scan the QR code, and maybe they'll find our store, but reality is they won't. So it's probably a useless sticker, and I may stop putting those on because I don't know if it's really benefiting us in any way, shape, or form. So that one, let's see, another 9x7 envelope, and we're going to send that one out. It is only 4.1 ounces, so probably another $4 shipper, depending on where it's going. It's probably going to California, which when you're shipping from Florida, I don't know. Anybody else notice that too? Like, it seems like I get all my orders from California at midnight, and they all want to go all the way out. No, this one's actually going to New York. So we'll go ahead and run that. Not too bad, $4.47 shipped to New York. So we'll get that one done. And then I'm probably going to jump off for just a minute so I can figure out how I'm going to ship this mug, and I'll come back. Okay, I'm back, and I found what I'm going to ship it in. So we keep these boxes that are, I don't know, they're 4x4x12, I think. They seem to work really good for stuff like this. So you just put the mug in. I like to put a little bit of paper around the straw so it doesn't get broke, because, I don't know, we usually can take the straw out, but sometimes it's just easier to ship it with it in there as long as it doesn't get broken. We haven't had any break yet, so I'm going to put that in there like so. Close that down. So yeah, and so this one went out. It was $8.09, and I got $6.99 shipping. I do charge a little more on those. In the end, I mean, I don't pay much for them, so I think that cup, we bought a whole bunch of them at a garage sale, and I don't think I paid more than a couple dollars for just a whole bunch of just random kind of looking Starbucks mugs. So, and they were Christmas, so this is that time of year. So if you have Starbucks mugs, they will sell. I don't think they sell very fast, and that's one of those things where we're trying to move them a little quicker so we can get them out. I gotta still ship this, so hold on here. What is this one? Get myself confused. Nope, we're good. All right, so yeah, I'm shipping out. Let's see. This is the the DVD for Pink Floyd live at Pompeii. So again, like I said, I always make sure that I don't want the disc to get broken, so I do put a little bit of extra on there, and that's, you know, again, my choice. I don't think it's costing me that much more, especially because I can send this one media mail. It is media, so we'll see how this looks and how much it's going to cost. Sometimes media mail, though, actually is more than regular. Yep, Ground Advantage is cheaper, so $4.38. I charge $4.99 for shipping, so I think I'm going to be good on this. So anyway, that one's going out, and then we'll get this mug done. Like I said, I think that's 8x8x12. I covered it up. Yep. No, 4x4x12. So that one's going to go out. So far, it's an easy day for shipping. I gotta throw some garbage away. I like it when they're easy. So unlike a blow mold that I had to do, which I should have done a class on that, or somebody should have done a class for me, because I've never shipped blow molds before, and that was the hardest thing I've ever done. Although once I figured it out, I mean, it's building, you know, taking two boxes and building them, and they were 16 by 16 by 16 boxes, or maybe bigger than that. I think it was 16 by 16 by 24, and it was too high. So basically put that all together, taped it like 600 times, made it all pretty much work. So I think it worked just fine. But and so far I hadn't heard anything, so no bad review. So they've got it already. It went to Colorado. So I think that might be the hardest thing I've ever shipped. Although, you know, we have some other big stuff. Like, I haven't listed yet the Department 56 one that I'm still thinking about keeping. I don't know. It's the Christmas Vacation one. I love that thing, and I don't know what I want to do with it. If I want to sell it, or maybe use it this year and then sell it next year, because I think it will always be in style, because who doesn't love to watch Christmas Vacation? So I think the house will always sell on that one. So we'll look at it and see if we're going to do that. But and the last thing I got to ship out today is this comic, and I still haven't heard back from the lady with the order on the camera. So in my opinion, she's probably Probably not going to get it. So I hate doing it. What would you guys do? I'm just curious to see what other people would do, because I don't cancel orders. I mean, I've never had to cancel an order, to be honest with you. So I don't know what I want to do on this one. If I ship it, I just have this back of my mind suspicion that it's going to come back and she's going to go, oh, this was the wrong camera and you sent me the wrong one, and you know, all this stuff. And I feel like that they're fishing for that. That's kind of what I feel like, because this is, I mean, it just seems like perfect for that. And given the feedback and how many things that they've ordered and stuff, I'd say they're pretty much professional as far as where that goes. So I'm thinking that I think I'm going to cancel it just to be safe and not go through that, because I just don't feel like having that sent back to me. So I'll be curious to see what you guys say and see what you do on it. Now the shipping of the comics. So I always ship these out, like I said, in the Gemini mailer. I always want to make sure it's secure, not move. So I do use a little bit of masking tape. I know a lot of people use Scotch tape when they get these. I get a lot of comics, so right now I've used up all of my used Gemini mailers, so now I'm actually into the new ones I bought. I did buy a pack of 100 of them because I have about 1,000 comics to sell. So I do have a bunch. I do like selling comics though. They're kind of bread and butter. I do sell some every week, so it seems like we get quite a few. So I don't mind it. They're not hard to ship. They really aren't. I mean, just the time you take to put everything in there, close it all down, and then just tape it up, and then I throw it in a bag. And so far, they've been pretty good. And I've gotten a lot of comics this way too, so, you know, so I do get people that will just ship it like this, and I don't know, I don't feel really good about that. So I always feel like I need to put it in a bag, or in one of these, because they fit perfectly inside the large, what are these, 15, I think? No, these are the 14 by 11 eBay bags. They just fit nicely in there, and they don't pull on the edges. So, you know, I just kind of do the old tape thing again to make sure. Like I said, because the only thing I worry about any of these is it opening up. So for these, I will run a piece of tape down the edge, just like so, just because I want to make sure. And that one was stupid. I had too much, so flip that off. That's it, right. Don't normally do it that way. It doesn't look that bad. So that way I know that they won't open it up and it won't go anywhere. Now I do ship, I do not ship media mail for comics, and I've noticed just recently, it seems like I've gotten a ton of comics via media mail. I don't know how people do it and not get caught. It seems like I would be the first one to get caught if I did it, so that's why I don't do it. So I'm always worried that I'm going to be the guy that they'll go, oh yeah, they'll open it up and say, oh, now you owe, you know, twice as much. So, and I've heard that happening, but it hasn't happened, you know. And like I said, I've tried doing that. I have a bunch of magazines. I talked about that in another video that I picked up, a bunch of the Playboy magazines, and I see a lot of people shipping those out media mail, and those are, you know, while they may be educational, they are not media for that type of media mail. So media mail, anything that has advertising in it, you're not allowed to use. So that's kind of the whole thing. But I don't know. I don't know how they get away with it so much, and it looks like they sell a lot of them that way. But all of the ones I've been shipping Ground Advantage, and they're not cheap. They are heavy, so it makes it a little bit of a challenge to send it out. So let's see. We got this one is the comic shipping, and I've got already set up a template for it, so it's kind of easier. It makes it a little bit easier to go in there. It's about the same weight all the time, but if it's over 8 ounces, it's over 8 ounces. But generally, it's between 8 and 9 ounces for that. And let's get the rates. And that's the last of what's going out today. I'll have to look at my numbers and tell you what we got, because it's not been a terrible week. But if I take that $94 camera sale out of there, it's probably going to be a little bit less. And you know, it is what it is. Generally, the weekends are a little bit better for us. As lately, Mondays have been really good too. I don't know if people just kind of look at stuff over the weekend and go, oh, I better do this and get it done, and that's what they end up doing. But I think Mondays have been really good. So let's see what we got this week. So far, yeah, that lady still has not contacted me back. So I'm shipping everything early today by 11, because our place that we drop mail off closes early. So I will probably cancel that probably earlier today, because I have to ship it out. So let's see, last 31 days, let's see what we've got today. We'll actually put a week in there and see. I give you guys a number and kind of tell you where we're at so far for this week. That would be Monday to today. It's not going to be great numbers. $364.98, but like I said, I got to take that order out. If I do, that's going to drop. But I don't know, I sent out a dozen offers this morning already, so I think people will buy. And I got a bunch of people watching a couple of graded comics that I think might sell. And I don't know, we maybe get some lucky this weekend and get something on Mercari too, because we do cross list with List Perfectly. So anyway, that's it for me today. I'll keep you posted on what I do with the camera and see if this person gets back to me. But I have a feeling that she knows what she's getting, because the camera that she's getting is actually more valuable than the camera that's listed. But you know, if you want to play the game, you got to do it. So I'll relist it and just say, hey, you're welcome to rebuy it. I'll give you the same price because I'm a good guy. But if somebody else wants to buy it before then that's what happens. So, and if she leaves me a bad feedback, then that's just one bad feedback. So I guess we'll go with that. So anyway, great talking to you guys, and hope that your Thanksgiving is amazing. By the time you see this, or some of you see it, you might be already past Thanksgiving. But I hope you have an amazing day, great time with your family, and you're thankful for all the things that you have, as I am very thankful for all the things that we have. And again, I'm David Beckham, BreezeFlippers. We'll see you. Hey, I just had one more sale that's going out, so I thought I would share it real quick, and I'll add this in to the video for this week. But anyway, just sold an entire set, volume, well, it's volume 1, but it's Beautiful Stories for Ugly Children comic set, and it's 16 books. It's 1 through 16. Number 1, this one's near mint. It's perfect almost. There's really nothing wrong with it. And it's got all of the books. So anyway, sold it for $60. Didn't pay near that for it. So matter of fact, I think I bought this when we bought an entire lot of comics at a estate sale, and probably into it for maybe less than $1 a comic. So, but this was an interesting set. Never heard of it. Beautiful Stories for Ugly Children. It is kind of a bizarre comic. So anyway, I just wanted to share. This is the one more sale. So again, that sold for $60, and I think it's probably gonna be a good amount for shipping. I think we had to, because it was heavy. Yeah, it's $7.99 shipping, which it's probably gonna be a little bit close to that, but we'll put them in a box. This will have to go in a box to be shipped. So anyway, just wanted to share that one, and just thought that was a kind of fun one. So see ya.